Good morning.
Good morning.
Today we are in Wasdale again, and this time we're going to do Glaramara, and we're going to do a full round including Rosthwaite Cam and maybe Bessyboot. So we've parked in a little lay-by just before the Toller. You take a left for Thornythwaite Farm, and it's a single track road. I thought he was picking your nose then.
No, just sorting the beard out.
You take the track for Thornythwaite Farm, and before you get to it there's a lay-by for about 15 cars, and it's an honesty parking, £3 all day. So that's our plan. So I hope you join us on our wee adventure.
Hi.
Bye.
Bye.
So this is another prime example of a glacial valley, and up there is a hanging valley. You'll get a better view of it when we're on Thornythwaite Fell. We're going to actually take a right hand fork heading up that bumpy fell side there. That's going to take us to Thornythwaite Fell top, and you access Glaramara from there. So as I say, you turn off right away from the fence up these stone pitch steps heading up the flanks of Thornythwaite Fell. Okay, once you've turned right and left the fence heading up the stone pitch steps, you have to really pay attention, because the obvious path will keep left and that will head up into eventually the hanging valley. You want to look out for a faint, I think there's a little cairn, just look out for another path that heads right, which keeps you onto Thornythwaite Fell. It's very easy to miss. So there is your prime example of a hanging valley, and it's fantastic, isn't it? You've got Coombe Head up there in the mist, you've got the moraines there where the glacier deposited the debris. So that's looking down Wasdale. You've got Skidder in the far distance, totally in the cloud. You've got King's How and Brun Fell, or Tenner will just be beyond that ridge line there. That's you've got Bessyboot there, possibly our last hill of the day. We're going to come down Rottenstone's Gill, which is just there, come steeply down that grassy flank. That's Rosthwaite Cam and Coombe Head up there, and Glaramara beyond. And of course you've got Thornythwaite Fell, which we're heading up now. Now a bit of a scramble up there. I'm choosing to go around the edge. Look at that view. Just look at this place. Just wow. So dramatic. There's something about atmospherical days like this. Yeah, I'm not sure if we're going to get views on the top, but when it's swirling about, moving about, it's like walking in the clouds, especially when you're on the top and you are in the clouds. Wow, Billy just shot up there so quick.
Huh?
Look at you, King of the Castle. It's just a tiny wee scramble in this section. So after that scrambly bit, the route heads around to the right of that crag. It's fantastic, you've got all these big crags and rocky outcrops, and the path just meanders its way through them. That's looking over to Blackstar, Honister Crag, as you've got Honister Pass up there. Heading into the clouds, guys. I don't know if you can see them. There's a sheep and a baby lamb just on top of that hillock there. These atmospherics.
Can't beat a few up in a bit of atmospherics.
So you can see the bumpy ridge of Thornythwaite Fell.
I don't mind you putting the dragon back in.
Or can I use it's like a dragon's back now?
Yeah, you can, yeah.
It's like a dragon's back.
It is, it's like a camel's toe.
A camel's toe? No, it's nothing like a camel's toe.
Are you videoing now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nothing like a camel's toe, it's like a dragon's back. It's got humps, look, humps.
Humps like a camel. It's like my mum's foot.
A three-humped camel.
Looks like the corns on my mum's foot.
I just keep taking these clouds moving about because I know when we get to the top we're going to be in thick clag. So I'm trying to take the views that we have got for now. Just love it when it's all swirling about like this. 1 minute you're in thick clag and the next you've got views. I think it's set to stay on Glaramara though, unfortunately. Just wow. That's Andy and Billy Bob on Thornythwaite Fell, a summit. And the path just heads to the right hand side of it. Oh, it wobbles. Oh, good grief. There's a wide. Look at that.
You don't want to step in there.
So that's Combe Head and Glaramara's behind. We're going to head round the back of Combe Head from Glaramara, down a bit of a gully, along the undulating ridge which is totally off piste, there's no paths. We're going to then head to Rosthwaite Fell, Rosthwaite Cam, bit of a scramble on there, which is nice. Then to head to Thornythwaite Leaves and then Bessyboot, and then we're going to descend down that grassy spur alongside Wattenstone's Gill to head down and ford Coombe Gill. If there's too much water in Coombe Gill, don't worry about not fording it. You can stay on the same side and head to the old mill and down to the main road, get back into Sitolla. But we're going to ford the Gill as it's a quicker route back to where we parked the car. We've got Coombe Head to our left now. This will be the last pull until we can see Glaramara. So Coombe Head is behind me. That is definitely worth doing, Coombe Head. If you want to check out my previous video of Glaramara, I actually did Glaramara and then headed on to Coombe Head. You get the best view down the hanging valley. It's fantastic. So we're now heading towards Glaramara. Oh, there it is. So Glaramara has a bit of a scramble onto it. Now I've only done it the once, and to be honest I did struggle with it just because I have a weak right leg and there's a big step and I couldn't get any oomph in my leg to get up it, so I was actually stuck halfway. So Andy had to literally grab my rucksack and pull me up. Just that little step, and the rest is easy. So it's a bit tricky maybe for Billy as well, so you'd be pleased to know there is an easier alternative. And he's going to go up the scramble. So if you want to see the scramble, you can check Andy's video out, or if you want to see the easier way, I'll show you. You go around the side, the right hand side of it, and it's a very, very easy grassy kenned path.
Oh no.
So just heading to the scramble bit now. The path that I'm going to take is to the right, round that way.
You don't trip over these then.
So they've gone up the middle. Now we have been up the right hand side, and that's where I got stuck on that ledge there. Might be easier going up the middle. Yeah, Andy's chosen to go to the right hand side. So there's a couple of options. Right, so we're bypassing that scramble, heading to the right. You have to go right round. Not that you can see much in this murk. You've got to go right the way round the crags. And then when you get right the way round, you'll see a cairn directing you up. Around here somewhere. It's a little bit off piece, and not many people kind of really know about this easy way. You just got to find the path. There is a very, very faint trod, and then a cairn further up. There's a cairn to direct you in the right way. Glaramara is to our left. So we're at the summit. Fantastic view. It's totally clouded in up here. Not a short of a view. So we're going to head back down. We're not going to stay here long. To aim for the lovely tarns at the back of Coombe Head. It's like flipping ice on here at the moment. It's starting to rain and it's so slippy.
Like a green spaghetti.
So we've just come down the same way I came up from Glaramara, and we're heading over to the tarns to have our lunch, which is actually at the bottom of Coombe Head. So you can back Coombe Head if you want. We're not going to, because we've got quite a bit still to go, and you can't see Jot at the moment. You get a fantastic view on Coombe Head, the hanging valley and down the valley. So we're going to have our lunch and bring you back after our lunch. So we're here at the tarns. We eventually found them. On a nice day, trust me, they're lovely. You get the view over there of Glaramara, and you can see Great Gable over there. Today, not a jot. So from Coombe Head and the tarns, we decided not to have lunch because it was freezing by the tarns. So we dropped down trying to get some shelter. You have to aim for a bit of a grassy shoot which hugs the crags there, and that will take you down to flattish ground where you can head over the ridge to Rosthwaite Cam. As I say, in mist it is very disorientating of where you're actually at. It's only because we've been here before we can kind of roughly get our bearings, but before we'd even dropped down too low to get the tarns. I was thinking, I don't remember this great big peat hag that we've got to, and the tarns were actually above us.
We're right on it. On it like a carp on it.
Yeah, so you hug these crags. That's the path that we've come down, a grassy shoot, hugging these crags. So we've come down there like that. Very impressive, these crags. You can't get the scale of how literally steep they are. Now it's just across bogland, swampland and bogland, scorchy land. So that is looking into the Langdale Valley. You can see Pike of Stickle there, and you'd have Harrison Stickle next to it, and then the ridge goes along to High Raise, and then eventually White Stones and Ulscarf. So we're thinking that must be the Stakes Pass, because it goes into Langstrath. And then over there you've got Rosthwaite Pike, you'd have Bow Fell and the Crinkles, which you can't actually see because they're in the clag still. There's people coming up from the man there, random. So that would be, we've got Weatherloom and the Coniston Fells, and you've got Pike of Blisco. We're now skirting Coombe Head top, just over there, avoiding the really wet ground. Got the lovely view now, it's clearing of the Langdales. picking our way through this swampland now.
There'll be the walk by here. Let's keep going.
We'll cross here, across this peat hag. Yeah, you can see Sergeant's Crag, an Eagle Crag there. Old Scarf will be behind. Wow, look at this view. There you go, you can see our route now. That is heading over to Rosthwaite Cam. It's freezing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you like my outfit? It is a real, is it a northerly wind?
Yeah.
It's bitter. There's the Crag. Peace and solitude around here. That is so deep. So that's Doveness Top. Are we bagging that?
I am.
I might let you do that. Just heading down from Doveness Top, and you aim down this little gully to then head for Rosthwaite Cam, which you can see over there, which is a nice little wee scramble, as you can see, onto the top there.
Knobbly lump.
Knobbly. More funny. Oh! Okay, so we're at Rosthwaite Cam now, so we're just going to head up around the side and the back and scramble up around the other side, and I'll bring you back when we're at the scramble. Gonna get great views on the top there. So there's Thornythwaite Leaves, and that will be Bessyboot. So you head round the back of this lump of rock.
So you head
Round the side,
the left hand side
and
then somehow scramble up here.
that's it up there. It's slippy. So Rosthwaite Cam or Rosthwaite Fell top. Fantastic view. There's Thornythwaite Leaves and Bessyboot. Our route is going to head down there to Coombe Gill. You've got Wasdale, Skidder in the distance, High Spy, Dale Head, Honister Crag. You've got Thornythwaite Fell. This is our route up. That there is Thornythwaite Fell. That was our ascent route. There's Coombe Head, you can't see Glaramara. There's Great Gable. Fantastic summit. There's the Langdales. Okay, so we're heading off Rosthwaite Cam now. Heading for Thornythwaite Leaves and Bessyboot.
Standing on the feet. Standing on the feet.
And there's Bessyboot there. So Bessyboot summit,
551.
551 metres. Thank you, Andy. What a cracking view. Finally got a view on the summit today. Honister, Dale Head, Wasdale, a claggy Skidder, over to Thornythwaite Fell and Wasdale. You've got Old Scarf, Eagle Crag, Sergeant's Crag. You've got High Raise, the Langdales, a lot on the Langdales now. Wow. Thornythwaite Leaves, Bessyboot and Coombe Head and Glaramara behind. And there would be Great Gable and Green Gable there.
Right. Before you start doing your pouting thing, can you let me do the summit?
Just headed off Bessyboot. I've got Thornythwaite Leaves behind me because the path back down to Coombe Gill, you have to head back to the tarn and then you'll veer off right, heading towards Rottenstone's Gill, and there's a narrow path that flanks that, heading down eventually on the grassy flank straight down to Coombe Gill. Quite steep, but it's just the easiest way to get back to where we parked. So we've left Thornythwaite Leaves now. We've got Black Star, Honister Crag in front of you. It won't be long before we get to the ravine of Rottenstone's Gill. So here we are at the top of Rottenstone's Gill, and as you can see, the path narrowly traverses the right hand side of it as you're descending. Great views down the valley there, look. So that's looking down a bit better into Rottenstone's Gill. It's not long before you have to veer off left off the path. You look out for that kind of crag there, that's your landmark. And you're heading down where Andy's going, straight down that grassy chute. There is a path that will continue along, but it's quite a gravelly path, and it will take us more directly to the old mill if you're staying on this side of Coombe Gill. So we just find it quicker and easier to head down here to ford Coombe Gill, back to the path there that we were on before. So that's Rottenstone's Gill, looking up it. Yeah, the crags come back in. That's the hanging valley. That's Thornythwaite Fell.
Right off this ridge, don't we? I remember now, because there's thousands of sheep on here, weren't there? That's the end of here.
That was our route up Thornythwaite Fell. Such a lovely view coming off here into Coombe Gill, Wasdale. So you come to this outcrop of rocks and you come to another path heading right. That can take you directly to a little gate in that wall, down to the old mill and back to the road to Sitolla. We're heading to this outcrop of rocks and straight down to Coombe Gill. So you find the hawthorn tree, and it's quite easy to ford Coombe Gill by this hawthorn tree, and to my left there is a sheepfold. Look at that, the hanging valley, fantastic. Andy's aiming to cross over there. There you are. Just conveniently placed stones to get you across. So we're going to say goodbye as we're now back on the same path. So it's been a great walk. Say bye.
Bye!
Hope you enjoy our adventure and catch you all again on another adventure very soon. Bye. Good morning and welcome to Map and Scissor Time, and this is a route for Glaramara, Rosthwaite Cam and Bessyboot from near Strands Bridge near Seatoller. So there's a little lay-by just off this very single track road just here, which is honestly parking, £3 all day, room for about 15 cars on a single track road, and then you literally just head out and then you take the gate and the public footpath to head up Thornythwaite Fell on this public footpath here through a gate, and then you start to get into the hanging valley of Coombe Gill. It's a nice gill here. You've got some waterfalls, nice in the summertime for a dip, which we've done before, and you head up the fell side of Thornythwaite Fell on a couple of scrambles round about here on a reasonably good track, and then the summit of Thornythwaite Fell is 574 metres. The path just, sorry, there was a bit of a crash going on. I think Billy's done something. What's Billy done?
Walked into the bird cage.
He walked into the bird cage, oh dear.
Birds shit themselves.
Anyway, so you continue on from the summit and you're aiming for Coombe Head and the coal between Coombe Head and Glaramara. And it's a bit boggy around here, so you just follow the path as best you can. I will have a GPX route in my description, so you'll have the exact track. And then there's a scramble onto Glaramara, or you can go around the side here, right round the crags, and then up this bit of a gully here, and double back to bag the summit of Glaramara, 783 metres. Then you head back down the easy way, back to the coal between Coombe Head, heading for these tarns here. On a nice day, it's nice to sit here and have your lunch, but this particular day was completely clagged in round here, and you're aiming for some crags, really steep crags here, and there's a steep grassy gully chute heading down. That's what you're aiming for, which is Coombe Door. And then you're heading along these along marshy ground. There's literally no path now, and in poor visibility it's really hard to navigate as the ground looks very much the same, and you're heading your way through all these rocky outcrops, aiming for Dove Nest Top and then Rosthwaite Cam. Rosthwaite Cam is a bit of a scramble. It's a nice easy scramble, 612 metres. And then you head down towards Tarnett Leaves, and then head up towards Bessyboot to the summit. Cairn, not quite sure what the height is, it's not on the map there, but I will put it in my description. Lovely viewpoint, and where the cairn is, looking over the mountains, and then to head back down to the car park. The easiest way we found is to head back to Tarnett Leaves, to the tarn, and you're heading for the top of Rottenstone Gill. On the track here, there's a narrow pathway heading along, and then once you get to a crag, a bit of a long crag here, you head down a grassy chute, quite steeply, heading for this sheepfold here, because you're going to ford Coombe Gill. You don't have to ford Coombe Gill, you can go around this way to the old mill and back along the road. We found the easiest way is to ford easily by the sheepfold and a hawthorn tree across the gill to this path that we came in on, back to Strands Bridge and back to where we parked the car. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Catch you on another adventure very soon. Bye for now.